am I talking with Bruce?
Yeah, speaking.
Hi, Bruce. My name's Anne. I'm a realtor with Fathom Realty here in Reno. Do you have just a minute to talk?
Um, yeah, what's it about?
Um, I did see that there was probate a probate case opened with the Washoe County Courts, and I just wanted to reach out and see if you have everything handled, or if there's something I can help with.
Mm. Um, yeah, if it's about the house, our attorney's kind of helping us with probate, and we really haven't decided anything to do with the property yet. Um, I the best I can say is maybe we'll talk about it and decide in a couple of months.
Okay. Um, and I respect that, and a lot of attorneys do have realtors that they work with already, but I do want to let you know that you do have an option on the realtor that you work with if you opt to sell the house, and I would love to be send you some information about who I am and what services I can offer for you. Would that be
Um,
okay?
yeah, that's okay.
Okay. Yeah. Is email or mail better for you?
Um, mail would be better. You can
Okay.
send it to mom's house.
Okay, I'll do that and I'll get that in the mail to you today. I
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
What'd you say your name was again?
My name's Ann Bollinger with Fathom Realty.
Okay, do you have a website or anything where I can check you out?
I do. I'll send that to you as well.
Okay, perfect. All right, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Okay, you too. All right, bye.
Bye.
Cool, good. I think that you obviously being on a role play is a bit nerve-wracking. I can tell you that my first times on role play or even jumping in front of a Zoom was completely nerve-wracking. And now it's like an everyday occurrence for me. So I will challenge you and really everyone else here that comes and is a little bit nervous to jump up in front of everyone. You will not get better without putting yourself in difficult situations and practicing and taking the risk of messing up. It won't happen. So for everyone that sits in the background, if you want to be good, go mess up. Period. So thank you, Anne. This is one of the reasons I pushed you is because I know what it takes to be good in prospecting or any niche of business, and it takes putting yourself into some uncomfortable situations until it's not uncomfortable anymore. I love your passive approach. I would say baby steps. So I'm not gonna completely unload 10 things, but I would say when you get resistance, the biggest thing that you want to work on is instead of even if it's delicately correcting the person, instead of correcting them, I want you to work on labeling them first. Okay. Anyone who's read Never Split the Difference knows what that is. I love labeling. I love reframing their position as well. So, label, if you haven't read that, would basically be repeating back a version of what they've just said. So we have an attorney. Oh, that's great. It sounds like you've got an attorney that's kind of handling the majority of the process for you. Now, that's a reframe. And I'm going to quickly tell you guys what the difference between a label is and a reframe. So a label is just repeating back what they've said. A reframe is a label, but it's putting a little spin on it and making their position a little bit more pliable to you. So if somebody says, our attorney's doing everything for us, that's really bad for our position. So I want to get them their agreement that maybe their attorney's not doing everything for them. But I don't want to say that in a correcting type of way. I want to say, oh, it sounds like your attorney's doing the bulk of the heavy lifting for you, or it sounds like your attorney's doing a lot of the process for you, and get their agreement. And this is subconscious. When they say, yeah, that's right, you're not going to go, I got you. Your attorney's not doing everything for you. I'm not going to do that. I'm just kind of getting them to agree with this new position that instead of the attorney doing everything, the attorney's doing a lot. Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of move off into the future. So I'm going to say something like, hey, I know I'm catching you guys really early in the process and they're handling things for you. Once you get further along in probate, is the property over on 123 Main Street something that you guys might keep, or are you maybe thinking about selling? So I'm going to completely embrace that attorney thing, get them to agree with a more pliable position, and then I'm just jumping into a different direction. So I'm off of the attorney. I don't need to correct them. I don't need to even delicately tell them that they're wrong, that their attorney's maybe not doing everything. I'm just jumping. Hey, once probate's a little further along, because I understand you still have parts of the process to go with. Could I ask you about the house? Is that something that you guys might need help with in the future, or maybe do you have all that covered as well? So just ask something about the house separately. Okay. There are a bunch of different directions that you can go, but that's going to be a really good direction for you. And it's such a good direction that sometimes in the beginning of my call, I will say, do you have an attorney doing everything for you? I'll actually give them that answer that other people are scared of, because I know that if I can get them to give me the answer that I'm expecting, that I know how to handle it. Okay. So a lot of people, they're scared to death of the person that they're talking to saying, no, my attorney's handling it all. They're like, what do I do with this? I got to correct them. I don't need to correct them. So I'll go so far as to go, hey, listen, I know you guys are probably really early. Should I assume that you have an attorney doing everything for you? Yes. Perfect. It sounds like your attorney's doing the bulk of the heavy lifting for you. That's amazing. Is that right? Yep. Listen, totally understand. I'll shoot you some details on what I do. Can I ask you before I jump off? The house on 123 Main Street, once you're a little further in probate, are you guys planning on holding on to that, or is it something that you might end up selling? Okay, now I've kind of left the attorney topic behind. All right. So a lot of different ways that you can go, but that's a good one if you know how to navigate around the our attorney has got it covered response that they give. You could even go right after it. All in all, good job though.
Thanks.